Amidst economic uncertainty and tariffs, the popularity of private labels is on the rise.
As people feel kind of supermarket, grocery store fatigue, think like the 10,000 choices you have in the grocery aisle for cereal.
And nearly 70% of respondents agree they're good value for the money. Value and savings that Aldi's customers are appreciating.
Frozen pizza has always meant compromise. Soggy crust, bland sauce, and that nagging thought that you just wasted good money. But what if a $5 pizza could outmaneuver the so-called gourmet giants? Aldi claims their new Mama Kazy's creamy jalapeno popper pizza brings real heat, a crisp crust, and creamy layers that hit like a tactical precision strike. For under $5, it promises to do what $12 premium pies can't: deliver strength and reliability in every bite. So is this the moment frozen pizza finally breaks formation and fights back? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. For years, frozen pizza has died on the same field. Soft crust, toppings that sag, flavors that vanish once the steam clears. You've seen it before. A box promises more than it can deliver, and the bite confirms the defeat.
With store visits up more than 7% in recent months and plans to open more than 200 stores this year.
Aldi, if you see this, God bless you, because you are really helping me work on a budget as far as my groceries.
So what makes Mama Kazy's any different? Why does this unit, priced at barely $5, feel like it carries live ammunition into a battle that has been lost countless times before? Day after day, customers walk into frozen aisles armed with hope and walk out with frustration. Money trades hands, but the reward is weak. The battle has raged for decades in plain sight. Frozen pizza against expectation. Each premium brand claims victory before the oven has even preheated. Banners painted with words like artisan, stone-baked, or authentic. Yet at the moment of truth, most of these so-called warriors collapse. Instead of crisp defenses, you get crusts that bend like wet cardboard. Instead of robust firepower, sauces dissolve into bland sugar water. And you, the consumer, paid double digits for this surrender. Look across the premium tier and you'll see units dressed in high-priced packaging, positioned as restaurant surrogates.
Aldi will be the third largest supermarket chain with more than 2,500 locations, according to the New York Times.
Is that it's healthier. They haven't used artificial dyes since 2015. They also add protein to some of their products, so those things are draws too, guys.
Their campaigns run heavy, their marketing overwhelming, their prices inflated. $10, $12, even $15 for a single frozen pizza. The objective is clear: replace your local pizzeria. But when tested under real heat, the flaws break through. Cheese that pulls once and then stiffens. Toppings rationed like ammo in short supply. Crust that falters under the simple pressure of a hand. The illusion of strength, nothing more. The pain points are hard to ignore. Most frozen pizzas carry the badge of a pizzeria, yet none carry the discipline of one. They leave you with a meal that looks strong in photos, but collapses on the plate. The dough lacks structure, sauces taste engineered to please the widest possible audience, and toppings are scattered instead of placed with intent. Consumers endure it again and again, like soldiers sent into campaigns that were lost before they began.
Guys, don't sleep on Aldi. Their chicken, they're like Thai chicken, made with rice and asparagus. Everything is so cheap there, and it's delicious.
It's on top of that, there are this private label. It's 90% of what they have in the store.
And when the price is stacked so high, the frustration cuts deeper. A poor pizza at $5 hurts less than the same poor pizza at $12. Yet time after time, buyers hand over more money for weaker ground. Think of ordinary frozen pizza like outdated armor. Heavy, expensive, and slow. It looks commanding from a distance. But when tested on the front line, it cracks under pressure. The weight doesn't protect, it only slows you down. Modern expectations pierce those shells, exposing the hollow inside. Every limp crust, every sugary red sauce, every lifeless topping. It is the same brittle alloy, polished but not reinforced. Then comes Aldi's new entrant. Mama Kazy's creamy jalapeno popper pizza slices through these defenses not with cost-cutting stealth, but with actual assets on the plate. Layers of creamy cheese give it density and body, not the thin smear you've been conditioned to expect. Jalapeno fire brings sharp impact in every bite, not a timid sprinkle of flavor, but a full detonation across the tongue. And the crust, when fired to completion, holds like reinforced plating, firm, textured, ready to carry the weight of toppings without bending. At half the price of so-called premium rivals, it moves like a light, nimble strike team cutting through bloated forces. How can a $5 unit hit with more force than the $12 machines built on marketing campaigns and culinary buzzwords? This is the tactical question.
In recent surveys, more than 85% of shoppers have switched to private label products for at least some of the items they regularly purchase.
Yeah, there are a couple of other kind of quirky things about this store. First of all, it's actually smaller in size, and they say that that is an added value because...
And Aldi seems to answer it by shifting resources away from the illusion of quality toward the signal assets that actually matter. Instead of selling you stone hearth mythology, it sells you a crust that holds. Instead of painting restaurant flavor across the box, it arms the pizza with heat and creamy payloads that register on first contact and linger past the last bite. Because of this, Aldi's pizza doesn't sit in the fallback position anymore. It doesn't beg for mercy as a backup when nothing else is available. It instead stands tall on the front line of choice, delivering outcomes that were promised but seldom reached in this category. A frozen pizza that meets the price-conscious need while outpacing established leaders in execution. That is a shift. That is a tactical strike. The key lesson is simple. Aldi engineered success by identifying where others collapse: the crust, the sauce, the flavor impact, and fortifying those weak points with precision. The result is heat that lands with weight, texture that resists structural failure, and flavor that carries momentum until the end. All for half the cost. In market after market, this kind of disciplined efficiency wins not by show, but by substance. And this isn't an isolated event. Mama Kazy's is not a lone soldier. It is the opening artillery in a wider offensive where Aldi positions cheap units to outperform expensive incumbents. Frozen pizza is just the first breach. Other categories stand in their sights, waiting for the next push. Aldi is not just filling shelf space in the frozen aisle. It is rewriting the manual on what a $5 weapon can accomplish. By stripping away empty promises and reinforcing the points of failure, they show that cost does not equal weakness. Premium brands march under the banner of image. Aldi advances under the banner of performance. On any battlefield, the leaner unit that executes with precision erases the strength of a better-funded force. Subscribe and join a community that studies these campaigns, not just in war zones overseas, but in the daily marketplaces where battles over value are fought.